Planet Dolan.
From being wrapped head to toe in bandages to donating sperm for science, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the weirdest things we've ever been asked to do. I'm Pringle the One, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Kid Like 101. Before Mimi was a Planet Dolan superstar, she worked as a professional makeup artist. When she first started, Mimi accepted a job offer from a random Instagram model. It was, well, a little strange. When she arrived at the site, Mimi met the model who she strongly suspected was a porn star. The model told Mimi she wanted every inch of her body covered with foundation. She wanted a more bronze look and gave Mimi very specific instructions on which body parts to highlight, contour, and bleach. Mimi wasn't comfortable with this at all, but she didn't want to say no in case her new business got negative feedback. So after doing the job, she threw away all the brushes she used on the model's privates and added a no nudity clause for her website. You go, Mimi. Number 9 was submitted by retroactiveMayhem. One time, Civil Spider was walking home from work when he saw a strange man on the other side of the street. The man was pacing back and forth and ranting about an alien invasion. Civil Spider tried to sneak past, but the old man shouted, "Hey, you!" and ran across the street. The old man leaned in really close to Civil Spider and said, "Do you have the secret code?" When Civil Spider told him no, the man said, "But you need to help me find the secret code. It's the only way we could survive their attacks." Civil Spider was afraid of getting stabbed, so he pretended to look around for the code. As soon as the man turned his back, Civil Spider was out of there. He raced home as fast as his legs would carry him, with the old man screaming hysterically behind him. So if the world one day gets destroyed by aliens, we should all blame Civil Spider. Number 8 was submitted by Modern Silence. One day Snoopy caught the bus home and got a very strange request. It started when a 400-pound man got on and took the seat right next to Snoopy. Even though the rest of the bus was empty, Snoopy tried to ignore him by listening to music, but when she put on her sweatshirt, her earbuds fell out and the overweight man started talking to her. He rambled on and on about his day and then all of a sudden asked Snoopy if she would marry him. When she said no, he said, "I'll give you $10,000 if you do." Snoopy again said no, but the man kept insisting. He then upped his price to $20,000, then $50,000, then $1 million. Snoopy put her earbuds back in and tried to ignore him for the rest of the journey. Back then, she was new to catching the bus, but she knows now all about the weirdos you meet on public transport. Number 7 was submitted by Zwali Zul 1. A few years ago, Helbin worked as the head of security for a fertility clinic. One day, the head engineer came into Helbin's office and sheepishly asked if Helbin would do him a huge favor. Helbin said,
"Sure, what do you need?"
So the engineer explained that the fertility clinic needed lots of different sperm samples to help calibrate their new machine. At first, Helbin didn't believe him, but then the head doctor called him and confirmed it was true. So at this point, Helbin grabbed a cup and some porn and stepped up to his fellow man. There's never a dull day working security, but Helbin has always remembered the time he got asked to jizz in a cup at work. Number 6 was submitted by PlatinumGodIsaac. When Gergak was 12, he had this dog who was not exactly the brightest pooch around. One day, Gergak's mom called him downstairs because the dog had eaten a whole bunch of dental floss. Gergak's mom told him to reach in and pull it out, but Gergak was like, "No way, Mom, that's gross." His mom then sweetened the deal by offering him $50. Gergak agreed and dove right in. He has never been the same since. I love digging my hand in my dog's butthole. Number 5 was submitted by Clemntinetwd. When Spincis was 13, she had this strange friend who was getting her to do weird stuff. One day she gathered a group of their school friends together and asked Spincis to lick a leaf. Spincis was like, "That's kind of weird." But she wanted to impress them, so she stuck her tongue out and did it. When she finished, her friend turned the leaf over to reveal the big dick that was drawn on it. Spincis' friend spent the rest of the week calling her Dick Leaf. Number 4 was submitted by Jacqueline0231. When Pandora was 13, her parents took her to visit her kooky grandma. As soon as they arrived, Pandora's parents had to go shopping, so they left Pandora alone with her grandma. Pandora's grandma asked her to wait on the porch while she went inside to get something. She came back holding a weird burning candle and said, "This will ward off all the evil." evil around you. Pandora nodded and saw her grandma started walking around her shouting random gibberish. Pandora was then told to twirl around in circles while spinning her arms and hopping on one foot. When she was finished, she had to sing a hymn at the top of her lungs to appease the lost spirits. Pandora felt really stupid afterwards. When her parents came back, they looked at Pandora and asked why she smelled like smoke and burned hair. Number 3 was submitted by Potty for Potter. When Doopy was 12, she took a family vacation to the coast. As they lay on the beach, Doopy noticed a really angry man staring at her. He was with his wife and kid, but that didn't stop his creepy staring. Doopy was freaked out but tried to ignore it. Eventually, her mom noticed and told the man to stop. A short while later, Doopy went to the bathroom. When she came out, she saw the creepy man had followed her. Doopy bravely asked him what he wanted, and he said,
"My wife thinks your hair is prettier than hers. Can you, get rid of it?"
Doopy was shocked. She asked if he meant for her to hide it under a hat, and the man said,
"No. I mean, can you shave it all off? It's really upsetting her."
He then produced an electric razor from his fanny pack and said,
"Here, I'll use this."
Luckily, Doopy's mom swooped in and rescued her just as he was reaching for her hair. Doopy will never forget the day she narrowly escaped a random head shaving. Number 2 was submitted by Kawaii Goldie. One day, Ladybot's friend from another school asked if she would come to her class and help out with a school project. She didn't tell Ladybot what the project was about, but Ladybot agreed because she wanted to help. When she arrived, Ladybot was told to lie down on a table and stay still. Her friend then told her the project was about how Egyptian mummies are made. Before Ladybot could back out, her mouth was duct taped and she was wrapped in very tight bandages. She was then placed in a prop home and left there until the class presentation hours later. Ladybot still likes to help out her friends, but now she asks exactly what the favor is before she agrees. Number 1 was submitted by me, your narrator, Pringle the One. It was a normal casual day for me and I started streaming. I was streaming Super Nintendo games and having a blast. Then somebody in the Twitch stream came in and told me, "Hey Pringle, how about you do this?" He told me to look left, then look right, then look back, then look up, then touch my nose. And then he said, "Ha ha, I got you to do stupid weird things, you dumb weirdo, ha ha." And then he left. After that, I'll never trust Gurgak again. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the dumbest reason you've been fired? Let us know on the Reddit page link below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys.
Take care, everybody. Much love and appreciation.